Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Jake, and this is Press to Play Rewind, where we take a look at a few of the news stories that I found the most interesting throughout the last week. Now, we're doing it a little bit differently this week. Last week was just me in a room by myself, but I got a couple friends here today. We've got Forrest, who you may remember from the E3 videos back in 2017 over on Jake the Human's channel, and Orlando, who is responsible for creating the intro music to Press to Play. So how are we doing today?
Good. How about you?
I am great. I think this is going to be super fun. And I'm excited to hear what you guys think about these topics that I've chosen. So let's just jump into Super Smash Brothers, because that's always good stuff. We're all big Smash fans here, and we are also not all big Fire Emblem fans here. So earlier in the week, the final Fighter Pass character came to Super Smash Brothers in the form of Byleth. Now, I was totally game for that. I actually, when they first announced that they were doing DLC, I expected a Fire Emblem Three Houses character. I was positive it was going to happen, especially when they said, you know, Nintendo is going to be picking these characters, not Sakurai. It's like, there's no way, right? And then once Joker was revealed and Hero was revealed and so on and so forth, I thought they're all going to be third parties. It's not going to happen. Maybe Fighter Pass 2. Regardless, he got announced, she got announced, and they're here now. So what do we think about them? I personally, I really like them in the game. Like I said, I'm a really big Fire Emblem fan. I think they look amazing. The models are awesome. I love the alt skins in the form of, you know, Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, and their alt forms and things like that. I'm a really big fan that they put extra attention into, you know, creating a different up taunt for the male version versus the female version, which, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that has never happened before, right? Like, Robin has the same taunts, Bowser Jr.'s have the same taunts.
I think even the Echo Fighters would still have the same.
Yeah, so kind of interesting that they went as, like, that extra mile with that. I thought was pretty cool, especially because the females is very feminine, which, I mean, it would have been pretty funny on male Byleth, but it just doesn't seem in character for him. So that was pretty cool. They're extremely, extremely powerful. I've seen people talking about maybe too powerful. And I can see their point. I killed a guy at 60% today when I was playing as them. But I've also noticed that their moves are very, very easy to read and see coming, because they take forever. They take so long to, like, set up, and, like, the bow takes so long, and you can just get shot or hit, or they'll jump over it and come and attack you. So while they're really strong and they got good range and stuff, I think it's also pretty easy to read them and figure out exactly what they're doing. You know, I think the stage is fine. I don't think it's anything special. It's cool if you've played Fire Emblem Three Houses, but otherwise it just kind of plays like, you know, Delfino Plaza and stuff like that, where you're just sort of flying around. So it wasn't anything too special to me, but I liked it because I liked Fire Emblem Three Houses. Orlando, I know you have been playing as Byleth a little bit as well, and you're not as familiar with Fire Emblem as I am. What do you think of these guys?
I do really like the character. My only complaint would probably be the range. Well,
like it too long?
Yeah. Like, but that's for any Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
I appreciate them, but they just have that range, and I mean, yeah, overall, really good character. I feel like they have some good speed, not as fast as other characters, but you know, they hang in there. You can do good combos, finishing moves, especially a down B, sends them right off the map, and it's just a really good move. So I mean, I'm for this one. So awesome.
Our resident Fire Emblem hater in the group here, Mr. Forrest here. How do you feel about Byleth in the game? Have you had a chance to play him at all?
Just against. Didn't get a chance to play as.
I kind of figured you wouldn't be.
Yeah, not a huge fan of Fire Emblem.
The bit.
Yeah, not a huge fan of Fire Emblem as a series. Just haven't really played it. Not a thing, that type of game I enjoy. Was a little upset that, you know, we got our 8th Fire Emblem character thrown in there when it was all these third-party characters. That said, watching the video, they do look really powerful. But I think it balances out between the speed of the attacks. So, yeah, it's an interesting choice for the 5th fighter pack, challenger pack, and I was hoping for somebody else, but we've got 6 more on the way.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And that kind of leads into a bigger question, is how we feel about Fighter Pass 1 overall. To which I really, really am blown away by the Fighter Pass. I mean, right from... Forrest was over at my house watching the Game Awards, waiting till midnight so we could go pick up our copies. And when Joker was announced, that was totally earth-shattering. And Reggie was saying, this is the caliber of what we're bringing you in this Fighter Pass. And everyone's like, what? How is that possible? And they didn't disappoint. You know, it was Joker, which was huge. Hero from Dragon Quest, and you get four of them in there. Yeah. And Dragon Quest is huge want for the Japanese audience. For the American audience, we got Banjo and Kazooie, which to me was my all-time Smash dream fighter. So nothing in Fighter Pass 2 is ever going to live up to that, but that's fine. I got my dream fighter in the game. I sat at my desk at work when that was revealed, and I was crying, just hoping nobody was going to walk by and be like, what's wrong? So, I mean, yeah, I loved it. Terry, I think, was fine. I don't really know much about Terry. I think he's cool. I understand his importance to like the fighting genre and things like that, but not really a character for me. But yeah, I mean, Byleth, as much as I like him, I would have never let them set him up to fail like that. You know, you like I said, major third party, kind of major third party. First party sword user from Fire Emblem.
Like, people are already upset with sword users.
Exactly. You got to know what you're getting into. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of how I felt about the Fighter Pass overall. But do you guys think it was a good value?
I'd say overall, yeah. I'm not too familiar with Joker or, even Hero. I do know who Banjo and Kazooie is. But, the way they play... I tried all of them out. They were really great. I'd say I'm really excited for the second wave to come out and see what they have in store for us. So.
Yeah, I'm guilty of just throwing in all the money ahead of time. When it was announced, I was like, more characters is always a good thing. I played Banjo a little bit, played Joker a little bit. I kind of like his fight style. Haven't touched anybody else. But in the nature of the beast, it's okay that I spent the money on it because got those characters to try out whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys have any final thoughts, on Fighter Pass 1 or Byleth or anything that you want to get out there?
Not that I can think of. Yeah, I'm just really excited for what they have in the second wave and, to see just what they have for other features maybe in the game coming up.
I've got a theory of how Byleth was chosen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep. So it had been third-party characters. I talked to my brother who threw this theory actually at me. So it was around the time of what was filmed in November, I think, when they were announcing that character, but it wasn't announced till later. That was kind of during the whole Blizzard scandal there with the Chinese Overwatch League character, whatever, or player. And I'm sorry, it wasn't even that game. I don't remember what it was, but I'm thinking that was the 5th character, but they put that off because of the scandal around that, and just went with a backup character that they knew was coming in there.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. It's possible. I really did think we were gonna get an Overwatch character. Again, I've never played Overwatch. I've always been kind of curious about it, but we just got it on Switch. Overwatch 2 is coming. Smash is the place to go to promote your character. So, I mean, why not? I would not be surprised in the least if we got an Overwatch character like Tracer or somebody in Fighter Pass 2. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Let's move on and talk about another sort of divisive topic. Pokémon Home got kind of unveiled this week. Now, I mean, way back earlier last year, people lost their minds when they heard, the National Dex wasn't going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was the end of the world. No one was going to buy Sword and Shield. How did that turn out? But regardless, people were very upset that Pokemon Bank wasn't going to work with it, and what's going on, how is this going to function, how am I going to get my Pokemon that I've had since Yellow, and blah, 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 blah. Well, the answer is Pokemon Home, which they also announced a while back, but now we finally have a lot more details about it. So we'll be getting Pokemon Home within the month. It comes out this month in February, and to me it looks far, far more robust than Pokemon Bank ever was. You know, Pokemon Bank was essentially a PC box that connected to other things. That was it. Unless, I mean, that was when I got it when it came out. Maybe it's evolved since then. No pun intended, but that totally worked. So, I mean, I think it's way more robust. You know, you can transfer your Pokemon from Sword and Shield from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, from Pokemon Go, and from Pokemon Bank, and they all function within Pokemon Home. So, you know, another thing that's going to make people angry is as more Pokemon end up in Sword and Shield, you're going to be able to transfer your Pokemon that you had in Bank or Go or whatever to Sword and Shield. If you get those, you know... Well, actually, you don't even need the DLC, because as soon as they're in the game, you can get them without buying the DLC. So, not all of the 1,000 Pokemon are going to be in the game, but a lot of them will be. So, that's going to be pretty cool that you can get them from all those sources. It also includes an entire national dex, every single Pokemon out there, and they've got these nice renders and everything. It's right in the palm of your hand, right on your phone. You can go to Bulbasaur, or you can go to Charizard, and you can see, Mega Charizard is only available in X and Y and Sun and Moon, and Gigantamax Charizard is only available in Shield, right? So it's really, really robust in that sense. Something that's going to piss people off. The Global Trade Station is here. It was removed from Sword and Shield. That made people pretty mad. It was not something I ever really used, so I didn't care too much, but it's here now. The problem is, it's here now and you have to pay for it. So they've got two plans here. They've got a basic plan and they've got a premium plan. So the premium plan cost $15.99, $16 per year. Now, me thinking about it, that's not too crazy. I mean, you have to, pay for servers and stuff, and depending on the amount of people actually using this thing, that could be kind of a haul. So $16.99, I mean, it's a little over $1 a month, maybe $2 a month. So it's not too crazy. No, it's under $2 a month. So it's not anything absolutely wild, but I do understand the hesitation. Because if you just go with the basic and you're not paying, you get to transfer 30 Pokemon versus 6,000. You get 3 Pokemon in your Wonder Box versus 10 Pokemon in your Wonder Box. You can global trade 1 Pokemon or 3 Pokemon. And you can't host trades on the basic plan. And I don't even know what the judge function is, but you're not going to be able to use the judge function on the basic plan either. So, I mean, what do you guys think about this? Is $16.99 worth it to you to be able to transfer your Pokemon from all of these different sources into a game like Sword and Shield or future games as they come?
I mean, everyone's gonna just do it anyway because it's Pokemon and it's Nintendo, but
True.
$16, I'm gonna be the best gym leader, Pokemon League champion. If I gotta pay $16, I'm gonna make sure these Pokemon are in and out, and I'm switching them up, and just making sure I'm just getting all my Pokemon that I worked hard for. And it is a little steep, but like I said, it's Nintendo. People will buy it, and you have to save those Pokemon that you really want, so you gotta pay the price. So that's how it is.
Fair, yeah. With the online service being only $20 a year, 16 for that Pokemon thing seems like it's not as bad. They have the cheapest online service out there for any console, so it's not a bad trade-off that it's only $16. I've never been too into transferring Pokemon from when I started playing Pokemon as a kid to now. I like to kind of feel the adventure of each region and use all the Pokemon there and stop bringing old Pokemon in and they're overpowered, or I guess you do form those bonds. So I understand why it's important to some people, but it's not a thing that I personally think I'll ever use.
Yeah, I'm actually the exact same way. I got Pokemon Bank to see what it was like, and I had a bunch of Pokemon that I tried to transfer over and stuff, just to fill the decks. But throughout the years, I've cared less and less about completing the decks. I just like to play the game and enjoy it, and I like to play each region and enjoy it. So I never worry about transferring all my Pokemon over. I jump in, I start a new team with new Pokemon, and then when it's done, I kind of put Pokemon back on the shelf until it comes out again and I get a new one. That's just the way it is. And I love Pokemon. I love it to death, but I'm not one of those really, really hardcore fans that feels like I'm going to need to bring all my hundreds and hundreds of Pokemon with me along every journey. So, I mean, it's not going to really be for me, but I like Forrest said, I do understand the appeal of it to some people. Any other final thoughts on Pokemon Home, you guys?
No, not that I can think of.
No.
Okay, so something far less divisive in the world of Nintendo. Just a couple days ago, Nintendo randomly, in the evening, on their Twitter, dropped an image and an announcement of the Animal Crossing themed Nintendo Switch. And holy fucking shit, that thing is beautiful. I'm sorry, that was the prettiest Switch I think I have ever seen.
Absolutely.
As far as like themed console goes, that one I loved it. I love the mint and seafoam colored Joy-Cons, and the backs of them look like sand. Mm-hmm. The dock itself is decorated really cool with it's so simplistic, and it's got the Nook family in this little boat, and it's so cute, and I just love it. The back of the console has all these really subtle icons on it with the Animal Crossing leaf or the lighthouse or different animals and things like that. So I think this thing is awesome. If I had the money for it, I would go and buy one right away. Pre-orders for this thing go live on March 13th. And the weirdest part to me about it, though, is that the American version of this console does not include the game in any capacity. So it's $299. It's just a standard Switch price, and you're just getting the Switch. A really, really cool Switch, but you're just getting the Switch. In the European bundle, you do get a digital code for the game. So I found it a little bit interesting that the different regions there are doing it differently. I think they could have really benefited from getting that on the console, or like when people go to get it the console, because there are people who love Animal Crossing and have just been waiting to get a Switch to get Animal Crossing. But $300 plus $60 might be a little too steep. So I don't know. I mean, if they included it in there, maybe they would have made more on just Switch sales, kind of take a loss on that copy of the game, but you also just made that much more on a console. So I don't know. I mean, I've got kind of mixed feelings on that, but the thing itself, though, I think is absolutely gorgeous. Forrest, did you see this thing, and how'd you feel about it?
Yeah, yep, I saw it. I don't remember when I saw it, but it was immediately, everybody, look at this. Look at this thing. It's incredible. The colors on it, I love the back of the Switch, all the little symbols and everything on there. It makes me sad that I didn't, not hold out for it, but that I want to spend another $300 on this. It's just kind of interesting, though, that don't they have like the updated Pro version coming out soon? This is not included in that. In theory. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. If you don't have a Switch already, this is your chance to buy into it. Great idea.
Absolutely. For sure. Lana, did you see this thing? And I mean, you enjoy Animal Crossing as much as the rest of us. What did you think about this thing?
Yeah, the colors, they're really nice. Yeah, and the Nooks, it's just a really cool system, and yeah, pretty much what everyone else said. Yeah, if you don't have one, just get one. The details on this is awesome. You'll definitely be unique, and if you love Animal Crossing, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna actually go drop the money on this thing. It's gonna be damn hard for me not to.
Yeah.
March 13th is my birthday, so maybe I'll just buy myself a little birthday present.
Ooh,
but I don't need another Switch. If there is a Switch Pro coming, I'm gonna hold out for that. So I'll probably just pass, but the thing is freaking sweet. So we'll see. But I mean, if you guys don't have any other thoughts on that, that's a wrap for this week's Press to Play Rewind in the world of gaming. How do you guys feel about Byleth coming to Smash? Is Pokemon Home something that you plan on using? And do you plan on going out and buying this awesome new Animal Crossing themed Switch? And I didn't even mention they've got a matching case that goes with this Switch console.
It's cool.
It's all a perfect cohesive theme. I love it. So is that something you guys are interested in? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be the first to know when I upload a new video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.